Give me the phone. Now you're not touching my phone. Touch my phone, I'm gonna actually do something. Are you gonna beat me up? Back the fuck up. Back the fuck. I will. I want to. How old are you? 5?
Yeah, surprise. That's something that everyone knew was going to happen eventually, is that Jack Doherty was going to have clones. So yeah, no, that's not Jack Doherty. That little punk is actually the same kid that Neon was going after in the infamous situation he had, where he had that temporary ban. Pretty much lost everything since then. Pretty much went downhill. But that was what started it. Was this gentleman right here? Well, I say gentleman. I don't even think he deserves the respect to be called gentleman. Because here's the thing, kids like that are growing increasingly popular. They are, growing in size and stature as far as fame and money, and they're just letting all this stuff go to their head, and people are just eating it up. This is the generation that is coming up now. Is going to be problematic. Pain is the best teacher sometimes. When you realize something hot, you will not touch it again when it's hot. I'm not suggesting going on a rampage and just going out in public and randomly macing children. No. What I'm suggesting is definitely keep something on the side of you, because these kids are acting out and acting odd. Now, yes, I know it sounds like I'm suggesting macing him over some food. What you don't realize is the action behind it. It is the whole reasoning behind it. He believes he has no repercussions coming his way at all. Anything. Nothing's going to happen of it. And I guarantee nothing will probably happen. His parents are going to definitely be all, oh my God, it's my little baby though. Nothing, he's such a sweetheart. These parents should feel ashamed that that this kid could even get to this point. He clearly has built up the tolerance and the forethought that he could just do this at any point in time without any repercussions. That is the parents' fault 100%. I'm sure there was an adult there somewhere. And to top it off, I don't know if this kid understands, if he's at 14 and he's got his fist balled up ready to hit somebody, female of all things, you are in a rude awakening when you turn 18, because it's not going to work, bud. I'm going to let you know that now. I doubt he'll ever see this, because he's got his head too far up his ass to care about anything, or he'll have a slew of people trying to defend him, all these 8-year-olds. But here's the thing. When you turn 18 and you hit a woman in public, that's not going to end well for you. Okay, I'm not saying I condone violence, nothing like that, but I can say I understand when I see a dude getting his face rocked for hitting a woman. 99% of the time, it's definitely a one-sided situation, and I completely back up the other person. But this is what it has come to. Like I said, Jack Doherty is the 100% one of the blames for this. Neon's that type too. He's a little punk that has money and pays for bodyguards, not for the right reasons either. But Jack Doherty is like the number one component to this. And anybody like him that has those goofy little haircuts. No longer do we have just regular trolls on the internet just stirring the pot around, having their own little giggles, or massing little likes on Tumblr or Reddit or 4chan. No, these are kids going out in public and kind of restarting what used to be like the old pranks of 2010s are now going to be like the almost simple assaults that's going to happen from these teenagers now. So it seems like every single generation has their own up-and-coming, like, dumb decision to do. We've had pranks. We've had, unfortunately, Vine. Now, the Jack Doherty clones, which is all they're going to be labeled as, because he's pretty much the one that popularized being a jackass and a complete punk, because he's had no repercussions. I haven't even seen any updates about the lawsuit that was supposed to happen, which I was hoping would have taken almost everything from him. And then he probably could have got sprayed with mace, too. I think I'm on a tangent about mace. I also had to look up if you can legally spray somebody with mace. That's a minor. And the only thing I could come across is if you could legally own mace and hold it as a minor, which sucked, because I was like, I think we as adults need to know about this so we can spray children in the face when they act out like that. Some kid was going to come up to me and do something that is definitely going to be problematic. I just want to and just let him walk off. Just be over with. Oh, I'm going to come, prank on you and have a camera in your face. Nope, we're good. That should be legal. Just spraying them with mace when they get too close trying to do weird shit. Obviously, that's all a joke. I don't condone assaulting children, but it still would have been funny nonetheless if that lady was like, oh, you're going to beat me up? And as soon as he said, yeah, spray him in the face. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I didn't know this was a streamer that was being attacked by Neon. I knew it was a kid. And I don't condone what he said at all. I still don't. I still think he's a horrible person for the degree to which he was saying things. Yeah, of course you can, get a little bit of a rebuttal on anybody at that point. I mean, kids are included in that. Now, obviously, you have to PG it a little bit. But this kid's going to learn a hard lesson at some point. I'm hoping to see that, because it would be an amazing day to see somebody actually pretty much handle that. Now, I've seen where an adult, he went a little far, but this kid was trying to beat on this adult, like, hard. And he literally just, like, I can't remember if he pushed him or he grabbed him, because the kid was trying to climb on him. And all he did was turn his weight around, and he almost fell on him. Knocked the kid's wind out of his, out of his chest, and he started crying, and the dude was like, what do you want me to do? And it made sense. I mean, he was getting beat on by the kid. Now, yeah, kids compared to adults are going to be huge power balance, but at the same time, I mean, people think that kids can't rough somebody up. You take about 5 of them against just a normal average dude, yeah, they're probably going to be able to do some damage. And especially if you got if you had 20 of them, I mean, against that girl, and they're all hyping each other up, it could have been a bad scene. I'm 100% going way out of left field with this thought, but you got to think of what the serious, like, most worst case scenarios are going to start becoming because of this. Because just stealing a little bit of food from, a person like that, what happens when it's a completely unstable person? As soon as he goes to try to steal their food, and it's just that day. It's that day that they were, rolling the dice. Today's 50-50 coin flip. I don't know if I'm going to, if I'm going to bed today or if everybody else is going to bed permanently. That's going to be that person's thought process. And this kid is putting himself in danger doing that. Not to mention, yeah, it's pissing people off, but he has literally put himself in danger because you just don't know what people are going through. You don't know at what point is it their turning point. And that could be that day he fucks around and find out, and he gets the wrong person who's just like, you know what? Today's the day, and it's over. These are the type of things I don't think people think about when they're just trying to go and get fame. They are wanting all of what they can get right then and there. This has got the clicks, it's got the fame. Unfortunately, even I'm kind of helping with it just by speaking about it. But that's the unfortunate side of this. You're going to have positive negatives even with speaking about things like this, to which, does it help them or does it hurt them? Does my opinion being said, influence anybody to go against the kid? I mean, that's all, coin toss. I'm willing to take that toss just because I'm hoping people will use some common decency and understanding that just because you're 14 doesn't mean you're above criticism. You're not going to be above, getting handled, especially legally. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff you might want to look out for. But that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.